Good morning, adventurers. We're here in River Falls, Wisconsin today for a day hike, and it's a beautiful day. Let's get going. Alright, it is a beautiful, beautiful day. It's about 72 degrees. It is just after 6 in the morning. Yeah, beautiful day. I'm here at Glen Park. I'm starting in Glen Park, River Falls, Wisconsin. River Falls is a smaller town, about the population of just under 17,000. It is about half an hour, 45 minutes from the Twin Cities, so not too far away. And there is a trail I have picked out today. It's like 4.5 miles, I think, 4.25. Kind of a double loop, figure 8 loop kind of thing, going around a couple lakes here. It's kind of like the greenway of River Falls, so it's kind of more of a urban hike. It's going to be kind of in city parks and stuff like that, but it's along the around a couple lakes and along the Scenic River. Glen Park here, by the way, looks like a pretty extensive park. It's got some art sculptures around. There's a big splash pad, a big picnic area. It's got bathroom facilities, all that kind of good stuff. It also looks like it's got a number of playgrounds and maybe a pool. Here in Glen Park is a feature called the Swinging Bridge. Alright, built in 1925. That's pretty much all the information it gives about it. Let's go. You can see the ducks over there and the little ducklings eating the duckweed. Alrighty, so just a beautiful area here. This is the Scenic River coming down here, and then this is Lake George. Very small lake. So we just hiked from down on that end all the way up this side. We're going to end up going further down the river to cross, and then hiking all the way down the other side. And then there's another lake to hike around. Just an enormous number of birds and ducks in this little pond area. It's awesome. I saw a crane in here. I don't know where it went, but this is kind of cool. There's a few, looks like old bridge supports just left here, and they've decorated them with a little paint. It's much nicer than having some crumbling old infrastructure just sitting here. Adds a nice touch. Another bridge. This one looks a little more solid. Okay, I went across that bridge. I gotta walk through a couple of city blocks on the sidewalk here and reconnect with the trail down a little bit. Look at these lilies just about to bloom here. Beautiful. Very interesting. So this land was built or bought in 1898 to create a city park, and since then has had several contributions. The zoo used to be here. The pool was built in 1933. Awesome history. There is a dam over there, by the way. That's why there's that big electrical infrastructure. Transformer, whatever you call it. Beautiful up here. It does make me a little shaky, but the bridge does bounce. Anyway, we're back to Glen Park here, and then we're gonna hike in the opposite direction. There's another loop to do. So there's a splash pad and a pool. The pool obviously has been rebuilt since 1933, I'm sure. It looks much more modern than that. But yeah, there's an extensive picnic area with picnic tables, benches. It looks like there's a soccer field over there. Got public restrooms with running water. So it's a pretty nice place to have a get together. So normally when I do these early morning hikes, I usually stop and get breakfast at like McDonald's or something. But I didn't do that today, so I haven't eaten. But I do have this piece of carrot cake and a banana. So I'm not much of a breakfast person usually, but I'm getting hungry after hiking 2 miles I think already. Got 2.5 to go. Eat this and re-energize. Alright, took a short little break. Ate my breakfast. And now we're off on the second part of our journey here. And this one is more of a rustic trail. Not quite as... It's not paved. But it's still within the city of River Falls, so... this one's probably a little longer, like 2.5 to 3 miles. Alright, so this trail just split off into our loop. It just goes down along the Scenic River here. There's a dam just over there, and then after the dam, the river kind of like meanders through the valley here. And this trail just kind of follows along that, and then it loops around and comes back. So one trail is against the river, and one is not. So I'm gonna take the one against the river on the way back, but these trails are not matching up with what's on my map, so who knows what's gonna happen. These are limestone kilns. I don't know much more than that. I don't know when they were built or what exactly they were used for, but it's interesting. They obviously stacked these stones here, and then to hold them in place, they have these big metal bolts and bars, like holding the stones in. Definitely some older construction. But down here it even looks like the inside has like metal flue pieces to it, or I'm not sure what you call it. Alrighty, so we reached the end of the loop. So I looped around and headed back. Now this trail going back is climbing up way above the river. Whew. And it looks like we're going to be on top of the kiln now. Really not much to see. It looks like a giant chimney. But they have it barred off, obviously. They don't want anyone falling down in there. Pretty cool. I'm really curious what they were firing in that kiln. Alright, we got choices. Up or down? Down. That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Purple fungus on a tree. I've never seen purple fungus. Crazy. So, when I got to the end of the loop back there, there was a sign, because this place is connected to another place, a community forest. So there was a sign of all the trails and stuff to hike over there, and got a whole bunch of new trails to hike. So I'm gonna have to come back sometime and hike that community forest over there. Check that out. That happens sometimes. You find new stuff that's not on your map. Like, I gotta come back and check this out sometime. Also, wanted to mention, I got new shoes. I don't know if you noticed them in a couple of the clips, but my kilns, my waterproof kilns, finally, I think they were the Targi 3 or something, waterproof. They were trusty, lasted me probably like 8 years, I'd estimate. Of constant hiking and wear and tear. But the soles were starting to become detached, and there was big holes opening up, and they just weren't holding together anymore, so I had to go ahead and get new shoes, and I decided that I was going to try something new this time. I always liked sturdy hiking boots, but it seems like the majority of the hiking community has really switched to trail runners. So I got myself a pair of trail runners. I saw them on a YouTube video. They were recommended, so I thought I'd check it out. Here we go. The La Sportiva Wildcat. The La Sportiva Wildcat. I picked up these. They're trail runners. They're ultralight shoes. They are very breathable. Like, I can feel when I walk and move my feet, I can feel like air coming into my shoe. It's quite refreshing. La Sportiva is a rock climbing gear company, so they make rock climbing shoes and stuff. So the rubber that they use is softer rubber, so it's a lot more grippy, which is something I like. The one thing is that I also like shoes that are very sturdy, so I can step on rocks and roots and stuff and not have to worry about it. But these shoes are almost the opposite. You can feel a lot through these shoes. So I don't know, we're gonna see how they go, see how they work out. One nice thing is that they dry very quickly, so since they're so breathable, so I say, like, water crossings and stuff like that, I won't have to worry about taking my shoes off and all that nonsense, going through mud. But we are down here at the dam again. I'm gonna climb down and check it out. Back here at the parking lot, it is starting to get a little warm today. Back here at Glen Park. Also, over my shoulder here, they have pickleball. A little practice spot, and then there's a actual courts next to it. There's a basketball court over there I saw. Nice big park. A lot of stuff to do here. It's a pretty enjoyable day here this morning. Seeing that old bridge hiking around Lake George was pretty cool. If you enjoy, inner city hiking or, urban hiking like that, give me a thumbs up. I prefer myself a little more wilderness. Like the second half of this hike was pretty cool. Hiking along the river there, seeing the dam. I'm gonna have to come back and check out that community forest down there. That was a pretty cool looking place. Had lots of trails going all over the place. Highland Trail, Lowland Trail, Prairie Trail. I'd love to check it out. Yeah, that's about all I have to say for this. All the trails were pretty well maintained. It's pretty highly trafficked, I guess. It was pretty quiet this morning. I mean, I was here pretty early, but not too many people here. I'm sure this Glen Park is gonna pack up here this afternoon. People are gonna be coming to the pool, the splash pad. But thanks everyone for joining me, and I'll see you next Monday right here in Happy Trail Backpacking.